Good afternoon. You are welcome to Comprehensive News for the Deaf on Nta Abeokuta. I am Sheyi Ogunbayo. 22 members of the Ogun State House of Assembly have formally ratified the decision of the House to impeach the former Speaker Olakunle Oluomo after receiving the report of an investigative panel that found the former Speaker guilty of all the allegations leveled against him. The House at the plenary formally swore in Oludaisi Elemide as the new speaker in line with the extant law of the House. Parliamentary correspondent Yemi Dalemo reports that the chairman of the 8-man panel of inquiries gave the former speaker fair hearing after serving him the impeachment notice signed by the 18 lawmakers. Honorable Musefiu Lamidi, while briefing the House on the outcome of the assignment, said the former speaker Oluomo displayed arrogance and high-handedness while appearing before the committee to defend himself, and after the hearing, the investigative panel found Oluomo guilty of all the allegations leveled against him and recommended his removal as Speaker of the House of Assembly. It therefore moved the motion for the adoption of the report, which was seconded by a member representing the Ijebu North East constituency, Oluwaseun Adesanya. Deputy Speaker Latifat Bolanle Ajayi, who presided over the plenary, threw the resolution back to the House, and the 22 members in attendance affirmed the removal of Oluomo as the Speaker through a majority vote. Members thereafter nominated Oludaisi Elemide, who was thereafter sworn in as the new speaker to replace the former speaker. Elemide promised an all-inclusive leadership, urging the members to see themselves as one and work in unity for the progress of Ogun State. Meanwhile, the House of Assembly in Ogun State has passed a resolution mandating regulatory agencies to enforce safety precautions in the handling and storing of explosives such as dynamite in the state. This follows a motion on the urgent need to prevent the reoccurrence of the Ibadan explosion, moved by the minority leader of the House, Lukman Adeleye. Parliamentary correspondent Yemi Dalemo reports that the lawmaker representing the Dogbolu constituency moved the motion for the urgent need for all regulatory agencies to enforce safety precautions in the handling of explosives, urging the Ogun State Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment and that of Environment to actively enforce compliance. The House also considered the report of the Joint Committee on Industry, Trade and Investment, as well as that of Ethics, with the aim of resolving the crisis rocking the Truck Owners Association of Nigeria and the Nigeria Union of Mine Workers over revenue collection in Ogun State. The lawmakers representing the Ijebu North East, Oluseun Adesanya, that of Shagamusu constituency, Ademola Adeniran, and Yewa North 2, Wahab Aruna, informed the House of the kidnapping and ritual killing of a primary school pupil in Odotu, Ijebu North East, and the encroachment of Mayflower School, and appealed for adequate security in public schools across the state. The legislators commended Governor Dapo Abiodun for providing a level playing ground for members of the National Assembly for the completion of their constituency project, the World Bank Rural Electrification Project in Yewa North, Ogun West Senatorial District of the state. In another news, the Nigeria Society of Engineers says the legacies of late Bolude Oyebolu left behind in the engineering profession in Nigeria will ever remain indelible in the annals of history and serve as a pathfinder for other engineers. The president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Margaret Aina Oguntala, stated this while she led the executives of the society on a condolence visit to the family of the deceased in Abeokuta. Meanwhile, correspondent Akim Jimo reports that the 4th annual memorial lecture in honor of the immediate past general manager of the Ogun State Broadcasting Corporation (OGBC), late DJ Akinyomi, brought the who is who in the media profession together to brainstorm on the way forward for journalism. While speaking on the theme, the role of journalism in promoting national image and development, Dr. Demolu Okuneye of the News Directorate (NTA) Lagos Network Center says the media have significant role to play in national development by setting agenda for government at all levels, and therefore suggests that journalists perform their duties objectively. Goodwill messages centered on challenges facing journalism with advocacy for better pay package for journalists to enable them perform their duties without fear or favor. Other guests, including family members of the deceased, late the Akinyomi, wrote his name on marbles as a distinguished, outstanding, successful and professional journalist of repute who rose through the ranks to become the General Manager OGBC Abeokuta. The Acting General Manager Nta Abeokuta Kehinde Onoda also graced the occasion. The federal government is reaffirming its commitment to creating an enabling environment for the mining industry to thrive without compromising global best practices in environmental impact assessments and the safety of their host communities. The Minister of State for Environment, Dr. Ishaq Salako, stated this during an engagement with stakeholders at the Dangote cement plant in Ibeshe, Ogun State. Lekon Agbonde reports that Dangote Group is one of the veritable partners and key players in the federal government's economic diversification plan, with over $40 billion investment contributing about 10% to Nigeria's GDP. The group continues to grow, providing more employment opportunities and growth in diverse sectors, with latest the establishment of coal mills at the Ibeshe cement plant in Yewa North local government area of Ogun State. To ensure strict compliance with the environmental impact assessment, as well as ensure that the Dangote plant is on the same page with relevant stakeholders, including the host communities, the Federal Ministry of Environment organized a stakeholders engagement at the instance of the Minister of State for Environment, Dr. Ishaq Salako. It was a busy schedule for the ministers. They interacted with the management of Dangote plant Ibeshe before engaging with a larger community of stakeholders, including representatives from various sectors of the host economy. In its battle against crime and criminality, the Nigerian Police Ogun State Command has paraded 29 suspects arrested for various crimes. The state's Commissioner of Police, Abiodun Alamutu, while parading the suspects, says the arrest is part of the breakthrough recorded by the command in the first month of the year 2024. Lekon Agbonde reports that those paraded include the murderer of the Director of Finance and Administration, Bureau of Political Affairs, Ogun State Governor's Office, Mr. Taiwo Oyekomi, armed robbery and rape of students of Taishola University of Education, and court-related murders in Shagamu. He paraded 14 different gangs and individuals arrested for various crimes ranging from murder, armed robbery, courtesan, rape, kidnapping, and possession of firearms. Also paraded is an acclaimed extra-year student of Tasud, one Abdulaziz Ibrahim, also known as Butcher, who was arrested for alleged courtesan, armed robbery, kidnapping, and rape. Also paraded is a gang of 4 policemen for allegedly robbing one Kashimawo Emmanuel, who was forced to transfer the sum of 312,000 naira from his account at gunpoint. Other criminal gangs were also paraded with various exhibits that include charms, locally made and English-made guns of various sizes, ammunitions, and other dangerous weapons recovered from them. Shakwan, one of Abeokuta's business districts, came alive in celebration as the CEO of Oni Electronics and Iyalaji of Shakwan Market. Chief Mrs. Florence Mojisola Kodri marks her 57th birthday. Among pomps and pageantry, Kemi Oronsholu reports that the customers of Oni Electronic stores and members of the public shared in the joy of the celebrants, who donated electronics and other gift items to them. To celebrate her big day, the celebrants gave back to the society with market women and her loyal customers who trooped into the store to benefit from her benevolence. Her train of celebration and philanthropic gestures then moved to the state's hospital, Ijaye, Mercy Group Clinics, Stella Obasanjo Children's Home, Gideon Orphanage, and Young Widow and Physically Challenged Home, where the celebrants donated electronic gifts. For the celebrants, the gesture is not only to touch lives, but also to give thanks to God. Still on celebration, Muslims are being encouraged to constantly thank God as they increase in age on earth. The chief imam of Obantoko Central Mosque, Al-Haji Muhammad Bashir Ibrahim, gave the admonition at a special Islamic prayer to celebrate the 76th birthday of the head of Amosun family, Al-Haji Abidoye Amosun. Lekon Agbonde says that the man was described as a man of enviable status, a true leader of exemplary personality with amiable influence in the Amosun's family, in Owu Kingdom and the society. They call him Alhaji Agba, meaning Elder Alhaji, an appellation he truly exhibits as an amiable nexus rallying among members of his extended family. This is surely the reason why his younger brother and former governor of Ogun State, Senator Ibekunle Amosun, other members of the family, friends, and well-wishers came together to celebrate him on his 76th birthday. The special Islamic prayers witnessed the presence of the Muslim community in Owu Kingdom, and beyond to offer thanksgiving to Allah and pray for continuous blessings, health and longevity for the celebrants Al-Haji Abidoye Amosun. The Chief Imam of Obantoko Central Mosque, Al-Haji Muhammad Bashir Ibrahim, urged the celebrants to be grateful to Allah and consider areas he needs to improve on in his life. To the celebrants, he will continue to recognize the grace and benevolence of God upon his life. Highlights of the celebration include the cutting of the birthday cake. And that's the size of our package for today on our comprehensive news for the deaf. Join us again next time. Goodbye.